As entrepreneurs, sometimes what we need most is focus. Writing lists can be a great start, organising your thoughts into what's really important, but it can be hard to stay motivated. Well, there's a new way to get focused, and we're calling it Action Pact. You know, a couple of weeks ago, a good friend came to me and said, Mike, here's a challenge. Identify your top 3 things you're going to get done tomorrow. And you know what? I'll do the same. And we held each other to our to-do lists, side by side for each of us to see. And you know what? Those days were the most productive we've ever had. So here at Startup Weekend, we've made an app. And we've made an app that makes this process beautiful and simple. You'd be amazed at how much difference just that accountability can make. It's free to get started, but if you want more, you can actually engage a mentor, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that to come. We have the site up on a test domain, you can see here, and we'd love you all to give it a go, because it's built for entrepreneurs, just like us. So, what are we really offering here? At the end of the day, it's about a challenge. It's about a pact between 2 people to hold each other to their to-do list, the top 3 things that they want to get done. It's about more focus, less procrastination, and that connection shared with a good friend makes all the difference. Now, on top of that, we actually learned in the Startup Weekend process that entrepreneurs would be willing to pay to have a skilled mentor on the other side of the equation, someone to look at their long-term goals and the short-term tasks that they're setting and provide feedback and accountability. Now, I'm going to hand over to Andrew to talk more about what we're doing.
Excellent, thanks. So I'll just jump in here into the competitive landscape. We did a look around at the to-do applications area, and it's actually quite a lot of them running around, especially in the sort of apps place. You see down the bottom there, remember the milk, and they're basically sitting in a position which don't take buddies into account, nor do they take mentors into account. But we did see a sort of a trend in the direction of taking buddies into account around to-do applications. A few there, and actually we did also see one instance of a company moving in the direction of mentors as well. But our offering is actually, taking this thing roughly by the head and saying, look, we're going to do it really properly. So we're standing basically by ourselves there by looking at buddies and mentors actually in the marketplace as well. Actually the system that we're proposing here is actually a platform, which of course is an excellent place to be at from a business perspective. What we're looking at is essentially an ecosystem of entrepreneurs. Many of you would be very target customers of ours. Busy, ambitious people who indeed find themselves with the needs that we're servicing. And on the other side, we have a whole bunch of mentors who are actually freelancing and offering their services onto our platform. And Action Pact is a thing which actually connects all these things together and facilitates the interaction at that level. We envision 3 tiers of service. The first one is free, which was already mentioned earlier on by Michael. So driven by his own need, which is essentially, I'm going to hook up with my buddy and we're going to help each other. We're going to be more focused and we're going to be less procrastinating. That's down the bottom there. When we were talking to the market, basically they said, look, that sounds good and you can do it ad supporting on that, no worries. And then the next level on top of that is more like a mentor online system where you actually have contact with a mentor, maybe in a chat room, that sort of level. And then at the top level, the sort of the gold level is where you actually have Skype accessibility to your mentor and really someone who can work with you closely. Looking into market research, of course, we're very busy with that this weekend. We started with the core concept which Michael had, and one of the main aspects that we wanted to really guarantee or to validate was this essence of do you believe that you can get your stuff done better when you've got a buddy who assists you? And we went out and we talked to people on the street and had overwhelming support, in fact, which was awesome. So we came back in and we continued to sort of run with that, and we decided to move directly towards entrepreneurs as a target market based upon that. We continued to refine it, and then we went off to entrepreneurs and said, now what do you think about this? And they said, awesome, but we would also really like to get access to mentors. And we said, okay, fine, let's include that as well. And sure enough, we ended up with our final aspect here. And just as we were preparing our talk, we talked to the mentors, and they also gave us even further insights around the fact that they're actually interested in doing this stuff, sometimes even for a free, for free, and they're really careful about the quality of the applicants. They don't want to waste their time with them. So, we talked to a lot of this stuff, and it really formed this whole concept.